Lawrence Okolie has just beaten Lukasz Rozanski in the very first round. And yeah, unbelievable stuff there from Lawrence Okolie. Big first round finish. And yeah, honestly, wasn't expecting that to happen in the first round. I was thinking just before I started my watch along for the fight that Rozanski was going to win, but luckily just before I started the stream, and I was saying on the stream that Lawrence Okolie was going to win. Thank God I changed my prediction for that because I would have looked played stupid there. But yeah, big win there for Lawrence Okolie. Fair play to the guy first of all. But yeah, I mean there was still a lot of Okolie's clinching game going on there though. My thing just glitched for a minute. Can't say words there. But yeah, like Okolie went back to his old hugging tactics at the start though, but eventually was just able to manage just measure Rozanski up with his lead hand. Then eventually was able to get him out of there. And it was just because Rozanski was just so out of his depth there, in my opinion. He really was. Rozanski showed no movement at all and was just walking right into, just the 1-2 of Lawrence Okolie throughout that first round. And it was just easy for him in the end because all Okolie needed to do, measure the distance well with that lead hand, even though Okolie was still pretty predictable. And, when he eventually moves up to heavyweight, he'll get found out once again, just like Chris Smith found him out. But yeah, it was disappointing from Rozanski. I thought Rozanski would have done better than that and had a decent start and tried to stomach Okolie more. But Okolie was good at, being able to just measure the distance with the lead hand. And then, was obviously going in for his clinches and eventually measured Rozanski up. Then the first time Okolie landed clean, Rozanski went down. I thought Rozanski would have done better because he's more of a sluggish fighter. I thought he would have been able to slug something out for the first couple of rounds and eventually gas out. But no, he didn't. Rozanski didn't even have time to gas out because he was just getting battered all over the place, though, wasn't he, to be fair? But yeah, fair play to Okolie. Good straight right hands that he was landing throughout that fight. I think he was landing the odd uppercut in there as well, I think, just before the third knockdown. But yeah, from that first knockdown, though, Rozanski just did not have his legs under him. And yeah, it is a fantastic shot, though, there from Lawrence Okolie for that first knockdown. It just completely took everything out of Lukasz Rozanski. So, yeah, fair play to Lawrence Okolie. Big win for him. Where does he go from here next, though? I think he probably... I feel like I was saying on my watch-along, he could fight Kevin Lorenz next because Kevin Lorenz is interim champion at Bridgerweight for the WBC title. So Okolie could be fighting Kevin Lorenz next, defending against him. Then he could go up to heavyweight, or he could just go straight up to heavyweight. And I was saying that good possible opponents for Lawrence Okolie as he moves up to start with could be Otto Wallin, Gaziev, Martin Bakole. They could be three good ones that Okolie could go up against before, bigger names, but I'm not sure how well Okolie does at heavyweight, to be fair. I feel like he'll just be a bit too basic for a lot of those guys, for the big boys in the division anyway. He's just a bit too basic, and I feel like we just get simply found out. I'm losing side the mid rounds, in my opinion, to like guys like AJ, Wilder, Parker, Usyk, Fury, Caballero as well, you could throw in there. But I'm not sure how well Okolie does at heavyweight, to be fair. I'm not sure. But it was a good performance from him tonight. Did what he needed to do. I wasn't expecting to win in the first round, so fair play. They got the tactic spot on there, to be fair, Team Okolie did. Like, they got their tactic spot on. But, yeah, look, you could still see Okolie's boring traits in that fight, though. You could. There's no hiding from it. Okolie still has his boring traits. But, to be fair, though, it was just the 1-2s were working for him this time. And was eventually able to get Rozanski out of there. And Okolie's a good, accurate puncher. I've always said it. Okolie's an accurate puncher. Good with his work. It's just a shame that he clinches so much. And I feel like that's because he doesn't trust his chin. And when you go up to heavyweight and you don't trust your chin, that's not going to be good for you whatsoever because of the amount of heavy hitters there are up in that division. Dangerous punches in that division. Dangerous one-punch power guys like Wilder. Dangerous big combination punches. AJ. You've got Usyk there as well. Good combination puncher and good all-round boxer. Fury, good all-round boxer. Parker, good all-round boxer. But, those guys have all got good power as well, haven't they? So, yeah. I feel like for Okolie, it's going to be really difficult for him at heavyweight. I don't think he'll be any top 10 guy. I'm not meaning to be harsh or anything on him. I'm just saying what I think. It's just not to cause any offense to him. It's just what I think, to be honest with you, that is. But he could prove me wrong. He could prove me wrong. I think if he fights Kevin Lerena next, I think Okolie would win that fight. Definitely. I think he'd fight. I feel like he'd beat Kevin Lerena if that one happens. And I feel like, an Otto Wallin fight would be good for Okolie to get settled into things. I think Okolie could beat Otto Wallin. I think Okolie could beat Martin Bakole. I think he could beat Gaziev. So, yeah, like their fights are definitely winnable for Okolie, and, they're decent names in the division. But yeah, I wasn't expecting a first round finish from Okolie there at all, to be fair. But yeah, good accurate shots that he was landing, to be fair, and measured the distance well. Decent jabs to the body as well that Okolie was landing. And yeah, Rozanski was just walking into shots because, Okolie, he was always going to use his reach and size with advantage, which he always does. But when he goes up to heavyweight, I don't think he's going to be able to do that. That's why I think he's really going to struggle up at heavyweight, because he's not going to have a big size advantage. He's not going to have a big reach advantage over everyone. But yeah, and, Okolie was the much bigger guy than Rozanski. But, coming into this fight, we were like, but Rozanski's so good at being able to get onto the inside and do work. But Okolie was able to keep him off with that lead hand. And, what Okolie does well is that he always keeps his lead hand out, and that is and he did that well today, and that's exactly what he needed to do in order to win that fight. Always keep his lead hand out and confuse Rozanski and just make it a lot harder for him to get in, because let's be real, Rozanski's not got the best overall boxing IQ. So that was kind of simple stuff in the end for Lawrence Okolie. But yeah, I'm probably come across quite negative in this video, but I'm just saying what I think. I think Usyk absolutely schools Okolie and knocks him out. I think AJ brutally knocks out Okolie. Fury schools him and knocks him out. Wilder knocks him out. Parker schools him, knocks him out, and yeah. That's what I think. AJ also as well scores and knocks him out. I think I've already said that though anyway. But yeah, I mean, Dillian White probably knocks Okolie out, but you never know at this stage. It could be interesting. But yeah, anyway, I'm ending this video here. Thanks for watching this video. Okay, I'll speak to you in a bit. Thanks for watching.